7 indications that your mental health is improving. If I add value to your life, I'd like to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. Or if my content you think that can potentially influence others for the right reasons, go ahead and do the same. If you're going through anything, I like to say, I hope that you get through it, and I will that you get through it, and always hold your own. The last one is very important in my opinion, so always stay tuned for that. But number one is as above, so below, as within, so without, as the soul, so the universe. So basically, as above, so below, it has to do with the environment that you're living in, right? So if you clean up your room, if you clean up your house, you clean up your abode, your vehicle, your automobile, that is an indicator that you want more structure in your life. So when you want that, when you do those type of actions, that means within self, you have more mental clarity. Even without mental clarity, if you start these steps, it's kind of like on the road to that mental clarity. As well, as within, so without. So basically, we're talking about physical now. So your physical skin becomes more clear. You become more energized. You have more wealth in your longevity or quality of life. So it'll show on the surface level, right? Someone that has a strong mind, mental mind, they have more a better physique than someone with a weaker, you know, like just on average, just at face value. So that's going to show. That's going to be one of your indicators as well. And as the soul, so the universe. Basically, your interactions are going to change due to your organic presence, right? The aura you put off, the clothes you wear, the type of demeanor, the words you use are going to have a different, more positive vibration when it comes to, or just interactions when it comes to people, nature. You're just going to find yourself in more productive placements, if you will. Number two, eat to live, not live to eat. So what this means is you're now more intentional about the things that you're consuming as far as food is concerned, food, water, drink, whatever the case may be. You're now drinking things that are more hydrating to the body. You are now eating things that fuel the body versus take away from it and add congestion. So and more so you know that the the medicine is in the herbs. So now you're eating more medicine foods versus having to take over the counter or whatever the case may be. You now know that this option is better for me in the long run, right? We can always say a hamburger is going to be worse for me than a salad, if you will. Number three, no pain, no gain. What I mean by that is you're now going to places that benefit your physical well-being, right? Or your workout regimen is increasing. It doesn't really matter where you go to work out, but you're starting to become more consistent, which means you feel more self-conscious about yourself, or you feel better about yourself, self-consciously, if you will. So and you being more active, getting that heart rate pumping, and just having that positive, pump going through your brain. Like you're moving, right? The idle time is the devil's playground. So when you're moving around, it's just better for you mentally. Number four, complain less, critique more. Critique more, complain less. And what I mean by this is a lot of people have complaints about certain things, and even a complaint can be, beneficial or advantageous to your life. However, your position to consume this complaint or critique is a little different. No matter how it is proposed, if I have, you know, if I have bad skin, or if I feel like my arms aren't, where I want them to be on my tricep region, instead of complaining about it, I go look up what I need to do to fix that insecurity. So my critique is now beneficial for me. So when people tell me I have a problem, instead of being standoffish, I delve deeper into that concept. And it's the same thing. You will now analyze certain things in a different light than others will, and your opinion may be a critique, and wanting someone to truly improve, versus then versus making a complaint. If you argue with your spouse, whatever the case may be, for whatever reason, your standpoints are like, this is where I was hurt, this is where I felt a little pain, and this is how, if we can potentially make adjustments, and now I won't feel that way anymore. You're actually getting your way to a positive environment, if you will. 5, be water, my friends. It is formless. Famous quote by Bruce Lee. And this is important. This is why this is an indicator, because you now have the ability to wear many hats in certain situations, right? You're more eclectic in your environment. So, like, for example, if I'm trying to be a teacher, teach a child a particular topic, I can make that adjustment and be in place of that role, right? And then I can code switch and make a change if I need to be. If someone is teaching me something, maybe I don't know how to bungee jump. Someone is telling me tips, tricks. It's in my best interest to listen to those that have been in that place before. So in these environments that I do need to change, I'm more apt to making the change. I'm quicker to make the change because it is beneficial for my longevity or my forward growth or my mental health. So that's a huge one in my opinion. Number 6, the golden rule, inversed. So what I mean by this is, treat others how you want to be treated, but it is inversed, right? People start treating you how they would like to be treated, if not better than or more valuable than even themselves. And to give you an example, I have a couple of buddies, and they partake in, like let's say cigarette smoking. So I would talk to my friends and say, hey, and they know I'm playing, but hey, let me hit a square, and jokingly they'll, no, what, you better calm down. They wouldn't even allow me to be in a position to mess up my body. I've respected myself so much that others revere me. Again, the golden rule in verse just means that people revere me more now. People respect me more now. If you ever been in a house that you deem to be valuable, you're gonna treat it better. If you ever been in a car, you sat down in the car and it looks all these buttons and it looks so nice, it's warm, cozy, heated, cool seats, and massages you. When you turn, the counterbalance of the chair turns with, but you treat that car a little better, rather than someone that had donuts or a messy car. You're more apt to stay away from that type of vehicle, right? So the golden rule inversed. People will revere you way more. People will stop calling you the names you don't want to be called. You will be in a situation, and people will look, good job. Number 7 is rec. RECC. You are beginning to read more, educate yourself more, compose more, and create more. So this is very important to me. So again, reading, that's pretty much straightforward. You open up a book and you read literature, right? You delve the information. You educate yourself more. Reading isn't always educating yourself. You can read an article that doesn't really necessarily have anything to do with expanding your mind. It may be entertainment, but educating yourself as far as, linguistic, language arts, martial arts, educating yourself in that avenue, just educating yourself, learning a new language. Your mental health is improving when you want to further yourself, or when you are furthering yourself, you create more. Now, when you create more, what I mean by that is maybe you create from what you've been studying, what you've educated yourself on. You create a new patent for a new technology, or you create a composition, a writing composition that you can explain. Even a YouTube video that I create to you, I've learned, and now I'm creating this for you all to maybe just get in a little bit into my mind and help the world, if you will. And then again, you compose more, create, and you compose more, meaning you write more. You get a sheet of paper and you just write. It doesn't, or you type. Write your feelings down. All these things that you do is going to mentally alleviate you, right? So again, from top to bottom, 1 through 7, this is the most pivotal indicators, in my opinion, that I feel is beneficial, or that you can see on the face value. If you don't do this, make the change. It's not too late. It's never too late. So like, comment, subscribe. Again, thank you for listening, tuning in. Hold your own as always. And I'm out.